Hi, it's Charlie Zeiss with Stargate Pyramids and the Pyramid Science Foundation. I've been doing some research on my book recently, and I've taken a break from doing the math and science research, and have actually come up with some significant new finds of artifacts and architecture from many centuries ago that fit with the Russian pyramid geometry. So I thought I'd take a break from the research and give you a quick update on what I've found. So um, let me open up the screen and I'll show you some of the things that we've come up with in the last few weeks. Uh, Here are a couple of the examples on the front page, and we'll get started. For those of you who are not familiar with the concept of baetyls, they are ancient stones, usually from meteors, made out of meteoric rock, but they can be found, a lot of them dating back as far as 3000 BC. Some of the prominent areas to find them are Ireland, Scotland, and northwestern France. So this is an example of a baetyl um, that has what looks to be a pyramid. There are a number of these that have been found, and they all have the exact same geometry of the Russian pyramid inside them, or as their geometry, as you'll notice here on the next page. Um, as I mentioned in other videos, I use the MB Ruler, which is an online protractor app. We're shooting for 76.345 degrees, and depending on the pixelation, we can get it within a couple hundredths. With an item small like this, it's harder to get it exact, but still on this particular item, we were able to get it within a couple hundredths of a degree. So we've got a slant angle here of 76.4 degrees instead of the 76.345, which would be ideal. But clearly an example, one of many in these ancient coins that reflects this geometry. Moving on, I found this on Richard Merrick's interference theory website. Uh, he points to this carving that's at a place called Ashby Tower in Daventry, England. This was a home that was built in the mid 1500s or 16th century, and this particular carving comes from the tower that sits nearby on the property. And interestingly enough, once again, the slant angle on this particular carving is spot on 76.35 degrees. Here's another example coming from Richard Merrick's website. I've done some information on stupas before, and this is just a small handbell that he had a picture of that is shaped in the form of a Vedic stupa bell. So I decided to check it out as well. And once again, we've got a slant angle that's very, very close given within the margin of error of the slant angle of the Russian pyramid. Well, here's one that's relatively new to me. I've known about this, of course, and I'm sure a lot of you have from the Da Vinci Code book that came out and the movie a number of years ago, and that's Rosslyn Chapel. The Rosslyn Chapel was built in the mid 1400s or 15th century by William Sinclair. And this chapel is known for having just a host of secret society geometric patterns in it. For example, it's what's called a double rectangle inside, which is essentially a double square rectangle, so that the length is twice that of the width of the building. and that has specific sacred geometric implications. The thing that we're interested today in, similar to, for example, the Mormon temple in Salt Lake, are the pyramidal shaped spires at the top of the chapel. So I decided to go ahead and check that out, and sure enough, once again, within the margin of error, the slant angle of these spires matches that of the Russian geometry pyramid. And finally, what I wanted to show you was one that I found recently, which is called the Secret Seal of Solomon. This supposedly was a ring that Solomon wore. You can see there's this seal actually has two sides. The one on the left, as you can see, does not have quite as steep a slant angle, and I believe this is supposed to represent a keyhole as the one on the right. But the one on the right is the one that's of significance to me today and to us. And sure enough, I measured that, and again, it's spot on at 76.34 degrees. So again, we're finding this this information, this geometry, in so many different places that it can't be a mere coincidence that this is being found throughout the world in any number of different types of artifacts and architecture throughout the world. So I thank you for watching. As always, if you are interested in this information, tell your friends about our Pyramid Science Foundation YouTube channel, and also about Stargate Pyramids, which is where you can buy these pyramids, capstones, and caduceus coils as well. Hi, I want to thank all of you who are active participants and listen to the research videos that I've been doing over the last few years. It's really a joy for me to be able to do this in-depth scientific research and find these wonderful new connections with the Russian geometry pyramids and the cutting-edge science that's going on in the world around us today. To help me continue that process and to continue the research work that we're beginning at the Pyramid Science Foundation, we would appreciate any and all contributions to our effort. If you go to pyramidsciencefoundation.org, please hit the contribute button at the bottom and make your donation. It's much appreciated and tax deductible. And also, the way that I continue to make money while I do this research and begin the process of compiling all of this into my upcoming book is through the sale of my pyramids. So we also appreciate any and all purchases of our pyramids. Caduceus coils, Lisa's work as well is available on stargatepyramids.com. There you can buy the pyramids, caduceus coils, and capstones that the two of us provide. So once again, we thank you for watching, and you have a great day.